Welcome back to the Daily Factor. Well, to wrap up the week's market updates, of course, I'd like to welcome Harina Capital Advisors Portfolio Manager PETRI Redelingshuys to do that for us. PETRI, good afternoon, and the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. So it's been a bit of a disappointing day, to tell you the truth. Our market started off relatively strong, but has since faded and pulled back a little bit. So the top 40 index is now, in fact, negative, only by 1 basis point, 0.01%. So not all that much, but still relatively disappointing considering that we started off relatively strong. And as the day progressed, we just kind of faded, and markets just pulling back a little bit. So in any case, top 40 index, as mentioned, 0.01% down. So I guess we'll call that unchanged on the day. Resource 20 index up around 0.8%. Industrial 25 index down just shy of 1%. Financial 15 index also up 0.8%. The precious metals and mining index is down 1/3%. And then looking at the JSE retailers index, that gives back 0.7% or 0.7% on the day. To compare that with the rest of the world, looking at Europe, the FTSE 100 index is currently up around 1/3%, while the DAX is down 0.1%, and that's the German market, the DAX, and the French market, the CAC 40 index, is down around 1/3%. US markets at the moment, S&P 500 is up around 25 basis points, so that's 1/4%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 2/3%. This is trading at record levels once again, which is very encouraging. Mincing my words here. The Nasdaq, which is the tech index, of course, is down 0.03%. So that's very, very little, but we'll call that unchanged on the day, or flat. And while the broader market index there, the Russell 2000, which of course is made up of 2,000 of the smaller cap companies in the US, is up around 0.4%. So the US is looking relatively okay. Nasdaq might not be charging higher at this stage, but the day is still young in the US. So there is still quite a bit of time to, trading time left in the day before we'll know really where the US markets are going to end. So I guess it's a bit of just to reiterate that's a bit of a poor performance from our side, or from the emerging market side, unfortunately. In any case, in the commodity space, the gold price is up around 0.6%, trading currently at $1,787.30 a fine ounce. Platinum price is up 0.9% at $1,104.15 a fine ounce. Energy prices basically unchanged on the day. Brent crude oil price currently $75.42 as it trades in London. West Texas Intermediate crude oil, of course, manufactured or produced in the US, is also relatively flat on the day, $73.33 a barrel. In the rand, or in the world of currencies, the rand quite a bit stronger today, actually, 0.8% stronger versus the dollar at 14.07 rand. So with a bit of luck, we might end the day, or we might start next week. Let me say that a bit more. It's a bit more realistic of an expectation. Perhaps next week we'll breach below this 14 rand to the dollar level again. I think, as mentioned, I think we were speaking about it the other day. As that expectation for South Africa to raise interest rates sort of builds and strengthens, the rand should continue to strengthen on the back of that, as it is more attractive for international investors to borrow money for really cheap and invest it in places where they can get high yields on things like government bonds, and that generally attracts money into our market. So if the interest rates do go up, we might see an even stronger rand. In any case, we're about 0.5% stronger versus the euro as well, currently trading at 16.83 rand, and 0.8% stronger versus the pound at 19.59.
PETRI Redelingshuys, Harina Capital Advisors Portfolio Manager, say thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of the weekend, and we'll speak again on Monday.
Thank you. All right, have a great weekend. Thank you.
You're also PETRI Redelingshuys, every day giving us our market updates.